Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. I am jumping on to give you the three beautiful ways that life shapes us to create new eras. And I think it's really important that we discuss this because life is going through cycles all the time. You're going through cycles all the time. Life here, particularly on planet Earth, has a law around evolution. And we must learn to tap into these ways, these laws, these cycles of life and use it to benefit us. Otherwise, we get lost in this magical soup that we call life. And we're like, who am I? What am I doing? Why is all this stuff happening to me? Why am I manifesting and things aren't working? Why do I feel like I want to go this way and life's taking me on this other path? And sometimes we just need a few little maps and a few little coordinates and a few little awarenesses of how life is shaping us. And that's what I really want to give to you today. So, welcome. It will be filled with activations and transmissions and new awarenesses. So, for those that are new to my work, the way this works is that I take you on a journey and you let the words come into your being and unlock you. You might feel it unlock your mind. You might feel it release some old stuff from your body. You might feel you need to breathe through some outdated stuff. You might have memories flash up that no longer serve you. And you might get some amazing guidance coming down to help you move forward in a whole new way. And this is what I kind of want to get out of this moment with you is a reconfiguration and a new map to work with. I think maps, life maps. I'm certainly a little star being that needs a few life maps to work out what I'm doing and where I'm going. So as always, I'm just your guide, but use your magic to help take you to the next place. So let's begin the journey, shall we? New eras. Life, and this is what this big theme of today is around. Life, and this is the first thing I guess I need to tell you, life is shaping us to be better and better and better. And if we know this coordinate, if we trust this truth, then you'll notice that everything around you, every person that crosses your path, every lesson that you have is shaping you to become better and better and better. Your role in all of this is to look at the response that you have, right? Life will shape you, life will trigger you, life will put you in interesting, challenging situations. And it's your response to the external, right? Whether you accept the challenge or whether you get influenced by it or whether you get manipulated by it or whether you go, actually, no, I want this to happen in a new way, or I want to bring my inner thoughts, my inner limitlessness out into life. I want to confront this situation. I want to reshape things. It's that moment where we go, life is shaping me to become better. And it is my response to that, right? As to whether I get to shift the molecules of reality around me and break through new barriers, new boundaries, and start to step into new ways of functioning and behaving. I hope you're with me on this. The reason why this is important to become super aware of is because life here on planet Earth is a process of evolution. It is one of the most basic, fundamental, and I'm getting goosebumps all over me, most important laws here that we must learn to live by and abide by, right? And use the force of to master our lives. And what does evolution say? Evolution says everything here, every molecule, every being, every species is finding a way, to kind of adapt to the environment, is finding a way to become stronger so that it can take position or get the nutrients or get the sunlight, right? Is finding a way to become more adaptable to the elements like the weather and storms and hurricanes and tsunamis so that we can weather it all. And so, what this beautiful movement of evolution does is it says to us, life is making you better. Life is making you stronger. Life is making you more resilient. Life is shaping you to evolve, shaping you to evolve. So, what does this mean? It means that everything, right? You're being shaped to evolve. Everything is colluding, right, to make you better, to make you better. And so if we take that awareness and we apply it to everything in our lives, then it doesn't matter how challenging the moments are or how broken the situation is sometimes or how difficult things can be. All we're saying is actually it's how I respond to it. It's how I choose to reprint life back to that response. And in so I'm reshaping reality and I'm reshaping my life to become better. And this is a very beautiful power, right? A beautiful, beautiful power. So don't ever forget that. Because when we know this power, we realize we're not a victim. And this is the most potent thing that you can constantly recognize in every situation is I'm not a victim, I'm a conscious creator. I'm not a victim. The universe is evolving me and to make me stand up, be stronger and take position here and make a change, right? I'm not a victim, I'm on a path of evolution. And this is beautiful because if we say and we get stuck in I'm a victim, we kind of lose the movement of evolution that is happening all around us. And we become the one that gets stuck. We become the one that gets stagnant. We become the one that gets washed away by the ones that are evolving more. We become the one that feels like we're the outsider and everything else is moving and changing and growing. And why does that person have a better life than me? Right? Because we've kept ourselves here and we haven't learned to find the power inside of us, the knowing, the knowledge that I am evolving and growing and life around me is evolving and growing me and it's making me better. So this is one of the first coordinates that you really need to get and master. And then you're going to find once you get this, you're going to have a laugh with life a lot more. You're going to be like, oh, okay, I know why this little challenge is coming around. I know why this person is reacting to me like this. It's because I need to react this way back, right? And in that, we are shaping ourselves and mastering our lives. So notice this beautiful movement of evolution that's going on inside of you. And what does that mean? Your thoughts are evolving, your emotions are evolving, the relationships you have are evolving, right? The reactions, the way that you're leading your life is evolving. Your offerings, your creations are all evolving, right? And it's beautiful and it's powerful. Okay. So we always keep this movement. We don't want to get stuck because the aim is I'm consciously creating my life. I'm consciously creating my life and I'm evolving with the universe to consciously create a better and more limitless and more joyous life, right? And so when we look at this moment of I'm consciously creating and life all around me is evolving, right? So I come to a better place. The next coordinate you need, coordinate number 2, well, where are you evolving to? What are you evolving into? Why are you evolving? And so we need to have a little bit of direction, right? And the direction of evolution is I choose to evolve towards love. I choose to evolve towards peace. I choose to evolve towards abundance. I choose to evolve towards truth and wisdom. I choose to evolve towards the goodness, integrity, ethics. You have to have a coordinate of where you're evolving to, right? I choose to evolve so that every choice I make is incarnating more love or more lights into the world around me. I choose to evolve in a way that every response I have is promoting more peace. I choose to evolve in a way that everything I create is actually benefiting more and more people to step more into love or light or abundance. So not only are we on a path of evolution, you're standing at the frontier of evolution, right? It's like, well, which way do you want to evolve? There's a lot of choices. There's a lot. The next thing around this particular time zone we're living in, or reality, is we have free will, right? So where do you want to evolve to? Where do you want to evolve to? Where is that free will, right? So the free will then says, let me evolve to this particular direction, and it's a choice, right? It's a choice for me to know that my partner is being grumpy, grumpy, grumpy pants, right? And whatever the drama or issue is. And for me not to react to that in a way that mirrors his grumpiness, right? Or whatever the thing is. And instead learns to react and respond in a way that promotes more love, more peace, more care, more awareness, more understanding. Okay. So you got to know where you're going. The conscious creators got to know where they're going. And sometimes, beautiful people, we are standing on the frontier of evolution. It's a cliff. Where am I? Because why? Because it's never been created yet. The next phase of evolution hasn't been created yet. The next phase of your life hasn't been created yet. Right? So it does feel like a cliff. It's like, I know I need to make a new choice, a new decision. So you got to have a coordinate, your North Star. What are you evolving into? What is where are your thoughts, your mind, your emotions, your reactions, your life? What is it evolving into? Right? So make that choice. Like for me, I've simplified it. We can have all these amazing things that we can evolve into, right? The limitless nature, the freedom, the whatever. But actually, for me, I've simplified it into one point, and I'll share it with you. It might be your point as well, or you might find something else, because I'm someone that I'm such a what's the right word? I'm such a changeable, intuitive being, creative, that I'm always like, woo, mutable in my own energy. I just need one point to focus on. I have too many. I'm like, oh, now there's too many directions to go in. So this one point that I'm choosing to constantly evolve into is joy. Everything is returning back to joy. Everything is moving into joy. Everything is experiencing joy. And I know that one point of joy can only exist from a place of wonder, that limitless wonder, that this universe is filled with wonder, right? Limitless wonder. Joy can only exist when there is love, right? The exchange of love, the exchange of my Instagram's gone off. The exchange of love. I don't know what's happened here. Technology. Can only exist if of the exchange of love, this point of joy. And so we what else does joy do? Joy brings abundance, joy brings peace, joy brings knowing, joy brings knowledge, joy brings this beautiful energy, right? And so it's this moment where we say everything is returning and collapsing to joy. And this, beautiful people, is the most important coordinate, right? For me. So you find your coordinate. And the third point after all of this, so we've got evolution, we've got the coordinate of joy, right? Or whatever that you're evolving into. And the third piece in all of this, the third beautiful piece in all of this, is that sometimes life puts us in this, like I said to you about these cycles of life. Life puts us in these cycles where it's going to make us like a diamond. Everything's squashing us like a diamond. Harder and harder and harder. It's the challenges. Sometimes things aren't working out. You get the job loss. You get the drama in the relationship. Something needs to solve. And I'm not a victim. I'm a conscious creator. And that yet life's still pushing you through all these challenges, right? Even though and you're trying to keep your coordinate of joy or peace or love, and it's like, and things fall away and strip away, and you get mini deaths and it's challenging. We get these very challenging times in our lives. And it's important to recognize that life does this, because sometimes what happens is when we go on the path of the conscious creator, we think, but this is all just a manifestation and a reflection of who I am and what I'm doing, and I must be doing something wrong. And then we can get caught in, this is wrong with me, and that's wrong with me, and I'm not good enough here, and blah, 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 blah. And it's damaging. But if we go, actually, life has these interesting movements of contraction and expansion. Life has these interesting movements of compressing and pressurizing us and shaping us like a diamond, right? So that we reform our personality, we reform who we are, we reform our thoughts, we reform the truth, right, of our lives. And then once that moment of life pressing and compressing us and making us shift and change, and we know we've all been on these points, there comes a point where it goes kabang, right? And then it's like a big bang. And we go, I've rebirthed myself. I'm in a new era of my life. Everything's easier now. Everything's flowing now. Everything is moving much more beautifully now. The synchronicities, the truth of who I am is showing up in my life more. Oh my God, there's the person I was meant to meet. Oh, that new thing opens up, a new collaboration, and we're like, and we're in this big bang moment of our lives. And so I just want you to be aware of that movement of the universe contracting us to reform us, and the big bang, the expansion where we get to really play out who we are. And the reason why the universe is doing this movement, it's part of the evolutionary movement, is so that we grow. It's so that we go to a new place. It's so that we go to the next level, right? So it's know this. I wanted to give you these 3 points, these 3 moments, because I think it's really important that we understand how life works, because we can get caught up in a lot of simple what you think that you are, or if things aren't working, there must be something wrong with me, and actually there are different mechanics of life playing out for you to grow and for you to go to your next level, right? And sometimes we go through these moments of contraction because, and then we're arrived, because just before that moment of contraction, you've made a choice to go to a new level. You've made a choice of like, actually, my life could be bigger. I could experience more love. I could experience a bigger, better version of myself. And so we have usually this moment of like, this is who I am. Whoo, this is who I am, right? This is the truth of reality. And we have this like awakening and aha moment, right? And then whoop, the contraction begins. And we're like, oh my God, but I thought I was this. And now the universe is contracting me and creating on some level some challenges, or really testing me. But it's only doing that so that it can compress and refine you and strip away that which no longer works, get rid of the clutter, the debris, the people, the cords, whatever it is that no longer works, and strengthen you and make you respond in a new way that matches that original awakening that you had of yourself, right? And then you become this diamond, and like, you've arrived back out again. So know, beautiful people, that even once we have awakenings of ourselves, right, it doesn't, sometimes it can be instant, and sometimes the universe is like, you've had an awakening. We've woken you up. You've reached a new level of potential and possibility. But there's all these other little things that are out of alignment so that you can really embody that and be that. So let's take you on this like compression journey. And sometimes these contraction and expansion moments to evolve us happen in small ways, right? And they also happen in very big ways. So they can happen in little ways, and then we're like, okay, that was easy. And other times it can last for a year or two, and it's like, oh my God, this is so difficult. When will it end? Right? This is not the truth of who I am. This experience is not what I ordered, right? But it's refining you. And this is the key. In those moments of contraction, someone's sending me lots of hearts. I love it. In these moments of contraction, remember your awakening. Remember the points you're moving towards. Remember, that moment where you go, I'm going to go to this level. I'm going to go there. Remember that. Remember that actually the contraction is just so that you can respond in a new way to life, to move you to these higher places. Okay? So there you go. Sometimes life just does this. But if you remember why this is all happening, it makes it much, much easier. Because like I said, there's a lot of spiritual fluff out there that tells you that, it's just, change your belief and off you go, right? There are movements in life, right? Movements in the sky, evolutionary laws and movements, the laws of free will, where you get to choose where you're evolving to, right? So make your choice. For me, I'm evolving more and more into joy. I want the experience of more joy, more and more and more, right? That's it. So that even if it is a crappy situation, I can laugh at it and go, that's because I'm meant to respond in this way. And I know why exactly this is happening, because I'm learning this and I've got this. It makes me a stronger person, makes me more resilient. And it also makes me take real big notice of my awakenings, to know that I've just had an awakening. And I know that there's going to be a contraction phase so that I really move through the lesson so that I can live that awakening in an expanded, truthful, embodied way. Right? You are a diamond. You are a big bang star ready to blossom and give this world to life. But sometimes the universe needs to shape you, right? Because if we don't get shaped, we can lose our bigger path. And just last final piece. The universe is shaping us because we're wanting to keep going to a new level. And if we were to really consider who we truly are at our highest point, our dharma, right? Who we're really meant to be here, why we're really meant to be here on earth, why we're really meant to do the work we do, why we're really meant to have the children we're meant to have, why we're really meant to meet the people we're truly meant to meet to make a difference. Because remember your coordinate, right? The evolutionary coordinate is towards love and peace and joy and harmony and abundance for everyone, right? If we remember this, if we know this, you'll realize that life is shaping you so you can be the leader of your own dharma. It's shaping you so that you can be masterful, that you can be an extraordinary being of integrity and strength and resilience and pride in self and self-awareness and consciousness and power and authority. We need all those skills to really live out our high-level dharmic path. And life is shaping us to get there, right? Life is shaping us to get there. So just know that. Just know that. So yeah, there you go. Hope you just absorb all that into your body. Maybe you just need to wash your body and let all this information come through. You might feel some old stuff wanting to release. You might want to give yourself a shake. I like giving myself a shake. And I have been on this evolutionary path. If you've been in my world for a little bit, if you've been on my newsletters, you'll know that I am rechanging stuff. In the last 2 years or so, I've gone on this journey. I've gone on this, like, I know who I am, right? I know what I want to deliver. I kind of shook the tree of life and show me who I am in the next 10 years, right? I don't know who I am in 20 years or 30 years, but at least give me my coordinate of what I'm meant to be doing in the next 10 years, right? Because I don't want to waste no more time. I've got such a big journey of being shaped and formed by the universe to be an intuitive and a teacher and offer certifications and retreats and evolution and soul incarnation. Like, I've been given my apprenticeship and my training. Show me what I'm meant to be doing, right? Show me. And so I was shown. I got the awakening, right? And then, of course, holy dooly, did I get the you'll shift and you'll change and you'll let go of this, and certain things fell away in my life, and I felt alone and destitute and had dark nights of the soul and all sorts of stuff, right? From many levels, from my personal to my work to my business to my choices to having to make lots of decisions on business decisions around employment. I've got an amazing assistant Steph, having to make decisions there, having to make decisions around changing platforms, how I'm offering my courses, because what I've got's out of date and it's like a dinosaur and nothing talks to each other, and I'm like, I can't be in this vibe anymore. I've got to get rid of that. Having to change the way that I'm reorganizing my courses and what I'm offering, because I've evolved through all that learning and everything I've done over the last 3 or 4 years. I've evolved. It's like going, and now it's like who I am. So you're going to be seeing a lot of changes over the next year as we move into this new expanded state. And I have the most extraordinary offerings coming to you, because I want to show you how quickly you can incarnate your soul and embody your brilliance and everything. And I've got almost like a whole energy technique that's come down, and it woke me up this morning at 5 a.m. to understand it, out of my sleep. So it's been a ride. It's certainly been a ride. And I'm busy in the background, reorganizing everything on my computer, spending way too much time on the laptop, and it's driving me a little bit insane. But I know if I push through this process of birthing a new sense of self, that I'll arrive at that big bang energy. So you can meet me in a new way. I can meet you in a new way. You can meet yourself in a new way, right? Because that's the idea behind it all. So I want you to come on the journey with me next year. Keep your eye out for all the little things, the little clues. I'll keep revealing it more and more and more as we go along. We have a new era sale happening over the next week. If you want to come and spend a whole year with me next year learning everything, the certifications, the masterminds, there'll be channeling, there'll be leadership, there'll be business, there'll be coach. I mean, it's just a whole new level of stuff. We've got to add a super, super amazing spend a whole year with me with like 3 certifications and 4 or 5 different masterminds that is just going to blow your mind. So come now because it's on a super, super, super duper like early birds kind of invisible mystery offer. Just email us and we'll give you all the details for that. But I really want to invite you in because I know it's going to transform you because it's really transformed me. So welcome, gorgeous being, to your next era. Welcome. I'm welcoming myself to my new next era. I'm welcoming you on your evolutionary journey into mastering yourself and embodying your soul's brilliance and helping your soul to incarnate. I am welcoming you and the great mysterious point that you are evolving into, whether it's joy or love or peace or wisdom or stillness or silence, but choose a point that you're evolving into. Choose a point that is so infinite in its awareness that it's just going to gift you with energy of evolution, new energy to evolve, right? We need to make that choice. And keep knowing that this journey, this human journey here on earth can be challenging, can be filled with some interesting things, but it's all shaping us to become better. And it's up to you to use the stimulus, the triggers, the external response to you to grow, because you, gorgeous being, is the only person who can grow you into your brilliance. And just know that we think, this is the level, right? And then you'll have another, this is the next level, this is the next level, this is the next level and the next level. And the more we can keep awakening to our energy and our truth, the more, right? The more the more we'll master our dharma. And that's ultimately why we're here. We've got to step up and do the role we're meant to do. But we're not often given the skills or the tools of how to do it. And our energy can blur in many different places trying to achieve the thing that we think we're meant to achieve, but not actually really sitting with our true power. So sit with your true power more often because you're amazing, you're magnificent. And I just want to give you a big kiss. Have an amazing festive season. I will be here again next week. If you want to come hang out with me for the whole year next year, come and message us. We've got a very beautiful deal and we'll explain more about it. And otherwise, I'll see you here next Saturday, I think. And then we've got winter solstice. We might do something for winter solstice as well. But the biggest wave of love. Enjoy the journey. There's only one path. There really is only one path.